Ugh. Okay, that's, yeah.
That's not quite right.
Yeah. Okay. Ah! What if I do this?
That might work.
Okay.
I don't need to know what the top of my head looks like.
Addie's under the table. Alright,
Okay,
so...
yeah, we're on.
Do a tweet.
Okay. Yes, boss.
Okay, so we have 11 viewers. That's cool. Alright, some stuff is popping up on the screen. Hi, Jill. Oh, that was an unfortunate image. Hey, y'all. Oh boy, where did I put my phone?
I don't know.
I'm wearing pajama pants, and I don't care if y'all know it.
I don't see it. You want me to call it?
No, you're fine.
Jill,
What?
we're streaming from it.
Oh my god! Oh my god, I'm 1,000,000 years old! Hi!
Okay.
Welcome to the stream, you guys.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my god. Oh, I'm absolutely that person that's like, when I'm driving, I'm like, where are my keys? Emotional damage. Alright, so yeah, Dallas is going to be the main one monitoring the chat,
Mm-hmm.
I assume. Alright, and you are already doing that. We are starting off with an Asta and a Noelle Funko Pop for Brent. Addie's underneath the table, like,
That's gonna make things challenging, I'm
licking
sure.
me. I put a blanket up here on the couch for the dogs. Actually, let me get Cookie. I bet she'll do it now. Cookie! Oh my god, Addie. No. No. No, Addie. Oh, wow.
I'm gonna make it a problem, she says.
Please don't yell, Cookie. Cookie does not like to share her space with Addie. And then Brent didn't... No notes.
Yeah.
Hey. Hey. Addie, get down.
Oh, that's funny. Octoboobs calls me Jill's friend.
Aha. We're more than just friends.
You don't have to say it like that.
Alright, so free reign to do whatever we want to Brent's Pop.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna write to Brent on the side. And the cool thing about that is, if you decide, like, let's be real, if you decide you don't want it and you want to sell it on eBay, you can just take an alcohol wipe and wipe your name off and then sell it.
I already didn't do that, so.
Okay. But you didn't hear that from me, but it's an option.
Gee whiz.
This is like, I'm usually not.
Yeah. What's your favorite Disney movie? It says here in the chat.
Ooh, Tangled.
Do we have any of those wipes that you were just talking about?
Shoot. Yes.
Probably in the bag.
There's too many right there.
Alright. Oh, no, nothing to apologize for, Octoboops. It's just funny. A lot of folks don't know that we're married. Okay. Did you ever say your favorite Disney movie?
Tangled.
Tangled, that's right.
Let's do, I think I'm right. What about you?
I don't know, I'm still thinking about it. I think it might be Encanto, though. Really like the songs in that one. And the message is fun. Hey, Brent, look at that. I'll set this to the side here in a sec, but I should probably dry it off a little bit. Oh no! My screen went dead.
Okay. Oh, shoot. I did forget something. I think that's right. Okay, so we gotta mark these. So these, I'm supposed. Oh, my screen also went dark. I guess. Do we mark it in paint pen down here, and then they can just wipe it off? 'Cause otherwise, we usually do it in pencil, which I have to go grab a pencil because I absolutely forgot.
Do we have sticky notes? Something like a pop, I think maybe putting a sticky note on it is better.
Yeah, but the only thing is, it'd be better if we had like stickers, because it could come off.
Yeah, I guess numbering them on the side.
So, that one, oh, did you just mark them off?
No.
Oh, okay, no. My scroll down. Yours is 238.
238, okay.
This is 237. And I'm gonna go get a pencil because I forgot.
Yeah. And that'll come right off with some rubbing alcohol. Are you both excited for the Black Clover movie? Yeah.
Yes! Alright, so mark that as complete.
What's your favorite Black Clover moment? My favorite Black Clover moment is the moment when Julius points up at the sky and shows Licht his grimoire is like as big as the sun. That was cool. That was really cool.
Alright. Next, I've got something for Dylan. We haven't even pulled out our Sharpies yet.
We have not seen Across the Spider-Verse yet. No spoilers, please.
Yeah, no, I've heard a lot of cool things though. Oh my gosh,
Okay.
it's so messy up here, you guys.
I've got one for Abigail.
Okay. So yeah, remember to mark that number on the back. Dylan says, "Hi Jill, I hope you're having a great day. I am. Could you write I'm royalty and can I get a heart drawn on mine?" Absolutely.
Nice. I got no instructions. Let's see. work with this. Oh no, that one's bent. I can't work with that. I'm not gonna give someone a bent print. There we go. Keep this one nice and clean. Okay. So I need to redo the number.
Nice. There you go.
Okay.
Right.
That one.
Alright, so are you marking yours complete as you do them?
Yeah.
Alright. So then next, do we have 242 for Brandon?
Yes. Did you do your 5x7 for Abigail as well?
No,
It's
okay.
the one that
so
I
I'm
just did.
doing something here. It says signing view, and it switched me to that, but I'm not gonna do that. I think it bumps all the VIPs first, but I'm not gonna do that. I'm sorry, guys. Abigail James. No instructions, so I can go ham.
I guess I can hold off on that duo.
Yeah, what's
Just
going on
bust
in the
out his
chat?
Zach. Oh, sorry. Let's see. Will you attend Anime NYC this year? I don't think so, right? That's not one of ours.
So.
No, it's not one of ours.
But you can always ask them to invite us. Not sure if we'll get invited, but asking helps.
Big Mystical Mike says they love your shirt.
Whose shirt?
Yours. They asked if mine is from Spy Family as well. No, mine is from Arrested Development.
We were at the airport and like a serious businessman stopped to be like, I love your shirt.
Maybe I could have leveraged that for an opportunity in corporate America. I wish I had. Who's your favorite Spidey? Toby, Andrew, or Tom?
That's hard. They're all different. So I really didn't see much of Andrew, but I bet I would like his stuff. I've seen the most of Toby.
That doesn't take Sharpie well.
But I like Tom because Tom looks like a little boy. I guess with Toby and then Andrew and then Tom, they do get younger looking. They might have all been a similar age when they recorded, but okay.
Titan has this one. They wanted me to put my favorite Zach quote on it. I went with the, I guess spoilers, but I went with the end of the series, that quit crying and smile. I've done it in a white paint pen. Shows up really nice on that print.
Ooh,
and dry it down a little bit and we can get it going.
All right, so this is a duo print, which these are really nice. They were done by Micah and Afia. Micah is the voice of Yuno in Black Clover, and Afia is the voice of Maria. So they are also very talented artists.
Hold on, I'm getting a notification. It looks like you're completing some orders. We recommend using Sign
Yeah,
View.
say no.
Okay.
That's what I did. Yeah, bumps all the VIPs to the top, which is technically what we're supposed to do. But
It says it only told me the VIP must be signed on camera. They're all getting signed
they're all
on
getting
camera.
signed on camera. All right, so this one is for Brandon. He just asks for our favorite Asta and Noel lines.
Okay.
I'm trying to. I'm like. All of a sudden, I'm like, what's a new way to write this?
Daniel Fitzpatrick says you did good job with Sayu and Higehiro.
Thank you. That was a really emotional one. Also, I'm a big fan of Kane Ichinose, Sayu's Japanese voice actress, and so it's always a delight to voice a character that she's voiced and draw inspiration from her. Oh.
Wow, that did not go well.
I messed it up. Okay, well, we have plenty, so I'll just start over. It's hard to multitask, but I'll go faster this time.
Do you have Black Clover Blu-rays? Yeah, most of them.
They stopped giving them to us after a while, though. We used to get copies of all the stuff that we worked on.
Yeah.
And then the pandemic happened. And now what happens is occasionally we'll hear from the engineers, like, there's a merch box, go! And you can go take stuff from the merch box.
Mm-hmm.
Except we're technically not supposed to because we're actors. But that usually just means that my friend Jameson goes,
yeah,
what do you want? And I'm like, Spy Family. And Jameson gets me stuff.
Let's see. Any favorite card captor memories?
Oh, interesting. That was a cool one to be a part of because, that was a manga that I read as a kid. That was one of the first mangas I ever read. So it was very nostalgic. I was working with Caitlin, who is, always so delightful to work with. And she was so passionate about the project. Yeah, I don't know. I just remember getting to be sassy and pick on Alejandro, which is fun.
Yeah, you're kind of getting to do it again.
Mm-hmm. If you're not watching Hell's Paradise, check it out. Very good.
Okay.
All right. And so you did that Angels of Death, Titan,
Yeah.
and I can mark
Wait.
off. Oh.
It was already marked off on my screen, so yeah, you were good.
Okay, so the next one is Harry, the Black Clover.
Yeah, I still have Brandon's on my screen, though. Here you go.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, that's the garbage one. Garbage. Okay, this one's for Harry. 244. No specific instructions. Ugh.
Someone says, huge fan of Fairy Tail, fell in love with Black Clover as well. Nice. I have Tokyo Ghoul Route A Blu-ray and Dallas did a good job. Thanks, I don't remember. I don't remember that one.
Aren't his eyes shut?
Oh, he's one of my closed during my closed eyes era. The dual art get both signatures. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
I need to watch Black Clover.
And if you're watching the stream and you're like, oh man, that looks cool, you can place an order right now, and it will pop up. We're gonna close the shop as we end the stream, but you can order during stream.
Yeah, my understanding they can't say anything until the trailer drops with the voices or what? Oh, Gridman Universe. I don't know anything about that. They don't tell us anything either.
Yeah.
Hope you guys come to Ohio eventually. Hey, that'd be cool.
Yeah.
Hello, Dallas and Jill. How are you guys today? We're all right. All right. What was this one? Just no instructions.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. What did I do today? I woke up this morning. I did hobby stuff. If you follow me on Twitter, you saw I did plant stuff. I went to the store and bought some new pots so I could repot my cuttings that I've been propagating for our plant, the tentacle monster.
Maybe you don't say that.
I did say it on Twitter. So, damage is already done. Alright, so we've got some Funko Pops. These have some specific orders. Are you keeping pens on the ground?
Oh, I have the white one here.
Yeah. Yours is $2.45. All right. Oh, this is also for Harry. Awesome. All right. So yeah, some very specific things here. So this is our first time doing Funko Pops on Streamily, and yeah, I just think it's very cool. Oh, okay, I need to sit on my butt so that you can see my eyeballs. Yeah. What was I saying? Yeah, we're doing Funko Pops. This is first time, and I think it's very cool. That you can just purchase a Funko Pop from us and get it shipped to you signed.
Okay. There you are, Harry.
What's going on in the chat?
Sorry, I'm looking at the Streamily screen. Yeah, compliments on your quintuplet performance.
Thank you.
What's your favorite dubbed anime?
All of the ones that I am in.
Lost connection. I got my emails. Thank you for signing my Black Clover print. Okay. Is it a little dryer? Yeah, a little fan. Can you say something in your Austin Noel voice, please? We don't have the right equipment for me to do anything from Asta in here. It's just gonna be bad sounds. You guys warm up to voice act? Yes, like a quick little song or water. Water usually just in general for life purposes.
Yeah, if it's like a voice, like a little girl voice or something that's like different from my natural voice, I sometimes use a singing straw, which is a thing that you can look up. This one is Charlie Rainbow, my most popular Charlie print, and this person did not say their name or anything. So I assume they just want an autograph. So I guess I'll just do up here. This one I usually write a quote on.
Okay, I've got a Zach print for Jade. Ask for this is my top 10 favorite animes ever. If it's not too much trouble, may I have one of his more romantic quotes? By the way, I got to ask, do you ship him with Rachel? This will be the best Christmas birthday gift to myself ever. Thank you, happy holidays. Well, I hope you enjoy it when you do get it. I don't really ship Zach with anyone because those don't seem to be that doesn't seem to be super in line with his priorities, which aren't really about relationships.
This one's for David Curtis. What you looking for?
The white one. Oh, it's right there. Thank you. Okay. So, one of his more romantic ones. You asked for that, but have not specified one, so I just gotta pick. And I will go with that ending line. As he approaches her at that window. Okay.
At the last con, because the button to turn off the fan is so finicky, I just would like hit it with my hands to turn it off, and my handler was like, "That looks painful," and I was like, "It's not." All right.
Okay. Any websites to get started in voice acting? I know you know the answer to that one.
David Curtis. You are going to love it here. There you go. Some websites to get started in voice acting. I think just the, oh my goodness, what is his name? What's the guy?
How to be a voice actor.com
Well,
or
it's
something. But
I want to be a voice actor.com. D. Bradley Baker.
There it is.
He voices like basically every creature in anything. Like he's Appa and Momo in
Okay.
Avatar. He's I'm just gonna come up with the most like random out of pocket stuff. He's number 4 in Codename Kids Next Door. He's the fish in American Dad, and he's also, so you know, like in SpongeBob, how it's like the same 10 voice actors that do all of the bits.
Mm-hmm.
He's that really, I think he's that really loud fish that everybody loves to play.
Oh, brother, this guy stinks.
Yeah, and like we gotta keep. How many times we gotta teach you this lesson, old man? I think that's him. Anyways, he has a website called iwannabeavoiceactor.com with a lot of info and a lot of resources. Once you do that, are you marking off your things?
Yeah.
Do you want me to?
No, I've been doing it.
Cool.
If they just don't, you have to like refresh it.
Refresh.
Yeah.
All right. Once you do that, you can do some things. You can like set up your own little home studio. Buy a mic and stuff like that, and once you get there, which I would recommend doing a lot of research before you get there, there are websites like castingcall.club that have a lot of auditions and stuff that you can sort through. You can sort like paid, unpaid, fan projects, original projects, and then there's also just like a huge community. I'm mostly on Twitter, so I'm more familiar with the one on Twitter, but I imagine everywhere you can kind of find accounts that retweet auditions and stuff, and if you follow a lot of actors online, like in the community, they'll often retweet things as well.
Mm-hmm.
And then there are a lot of classes you could take. One class that I really recommend if you want to get into anime is Jose. He is a senior engineer at Crunchyroll. He's very good at his job. He's been doing it a long time. And he teaches a anime ADR class that you not only learn how to dub anime, but he shows you like Pro Tools, and so he teaches you like how to edit your auditions and like send a good audition. And he just teaches you like a whole lot more than just like this is what dubbing anime is. Like is really great. And he is on Twitter. His handle is Go
Gosei Audio.
Gosei Audio.
Gosay Audio.
Is there like an underscore in there?
Oh, I don't know about that.
I don't know. It's like, I don't know.
This one doesn't have a name, but they asked for this quote. Even with no magical powers, I'll become the Wizard King, and the sword on the side, and we got both of that done for you. I hope you enjoy when it arrives, whoever you are.
We have a holographic Nino. This is one of my newer prints, and it looks so pretty. This is for Harry. Harry wants a specific quote. Okay, very nice, Harry.
Interesting.
What?
My next one is an 11 by 17. I'm not sure how I'm going to sign it, and also the quote they want is contained in a link that I've got to copy and find out what the screenshot says.
Wow.
Let's hang on to the 11 by 17s until the end, and then clear some space on the table for it. What do you say?
Okay.
Okay. Okay. Oh no. Chat got away from me.
Yeah.
Do you have it, like, open at all over there?
No.
Oh.
Yeah, so I have more orders than you, so instead of like constantly trying to sign something while I'm signing something, like do more with the chat maybe?
Okay. Keep trying to like find messages and catch up, and then somebody puts a new one in, and I get dropped back to the bottom.
Let's see. This was a long quote, so I'm like, where?
Do you have Black Clover Quartet Nights video game? No, I don't like MOBAs. Roadblocks can be distraught.
Alright. Okay, Harry. It took a minute, but here you go. And then, like, doesn't that gold just shine on there so gorgeous? Look at that. Oh, okay. Bladegrass_1 followed me. Thank you. Very cool.
Who's a bigger Tsundere, Noelle or Nino?
I mean, I guess I would say Noelle is straight up unaware of her feelings. Like, she's like, I feel something when I'm around Asta, and it scares me. Whereas I think Nino is very in touch with her emotions, and you know, I don't want to spoil anything, but she knows how she feels. She's just a little spicy.
How fun was it recording Showman Sample? I was really more nerve-wracked than anything. It was my first lead. But it was enjoyable. Did you enjoy Assassination Classroom? I have not seen it. Does the Showman Sample opening ever get stuck in your head? I never heard it, honestly. I don't record during that part, so I just never heard it. Love the scream you gave to Yuri when he gets slapped by Yor trying to stop. Well, most of that was the mix engineer. That slowdown was all good. Jill, did you have a very awesome time playing Pudding in One Piece, I think is what that's meant to say.
Yes, Pudding is very wacky. I kind of got to use my entire vocal range as an actor. It was just very nerve-wracking because One Piece is a big property, and Anthony, the director, he cast me, and he's like, I know you're gonna be awesome. And I was like, I'm not sure about that, but I will try. So hopefully I did okay. So people type their messages, and I'm struggling because some of them I'm like, ooh, I do believe that word is misspelled. So it's like in my head, like, I should write that the correct way. But then I gaslight myself, and I'm like, maybe I'm wrong. The fun thing is, I mean, you don't know this until you sign Funko Pops, but some of y'all give some long quotes, and it's like, ooh, it's a little dicey there. I don't know if I can get this one, but I will do my best. This one, I got it though. And this person did not have a name. So there we go. Another Charlie Rainbow. This one's for Griffin Simmons.
Cody says they finished Quintessential Quintuplets and it was fantastic.
Wonderful. Thank you.
Haven't played Street Fighter 6. I have played Dragon Ball Z Kakarot. Under their breath, unfortunately. And have you guys met the cast of Dragon Ball Z before? Most of them, they're around still. You run into them around the building.
Or at conventions. Sometimes we both do a little bit of directing, so sometimes you have to direct Christopher Sabat, and it's the scariest thing ever.
Yeah.
Not because he's scary, just because
Yeah.
I'm intimidated by the massive talent. Spinix fan followed me. Thank ya. We've got that's okay, I'll save that one for last because I grabbed the wrong print. That's a big print. We're saving those for last. Okay, more Charlie rainbows. This one's for Eric. What anime have y'all been watching lately? What's up? What should I be watching?
So they're watching Demon Slayer, Hell's Paradise, Gundam, Yu Yu Hakusho, Cowboy Bebop. Someone finally started Hunter x Hunter, My Home Hero, Vinland Saga,
Nice.
Heavenly Delusion, One Piece, My Clueless First Friend, Dr. Stone. You know, shows.
The good ones.
They're watching them.
This one, no name or anything.
Heroines run the show. That's a good one. Someone says Demon Slayer is the talk of the town. I'm not sure what town you live in, but I don't think that's the case anymore. I've been watching The Devil is a Part-Timer. That's a good one. Just finished Higehiro. Gave me depression.
Yep.
I was watching Dragon Ball Superhero movie. Miss Kobayashi, Dragon Maid.
That one's fun. I like that one.
Would pudding give Asta the time of day? My instinct says no, probably not.
I mean,
He can't even cook.
Pudding well, I mean, that's fine. Pudding would cook for him. I think, you know what? I think he would eat.
What are you saying? All I know about this woman is her vicious murder plot.
No, she's nice. Okay. Yeah, no, I think she would make some stuff for Asta, and he would eat it. He'd be like, oh my god, that's amazing! And she would be like, oh my god, stop it! And, he would be like, Sanji's lucky man, and she'd be like, ah! And then she'd, like, punch him, and he'd fly away.
Would Deku and Asta be friends? I don't know. Both of them seem like they could probably be friends with anyone, so it seems like an easygoing relationship.
Alright. This one is for Nicole. She's Crystal Moon Cosplay on Twitter and TikTok. She says she voices Shirley for fan projects and comic dubs, and she cosplays her as well. So she's out to take my job. She did not say that, but do it. Put me out of business. Alright. Write whatever you like. Awesome.
I don't know who Brooke is, I'm sorry.
From One Piece?
Oh. I don't watch One Piece.
Because the skeleton man.
I never got past, like, chapter 400, I don't think. I read it for a while, but there's so much of it. I got in too late.
That is a trash Sharpie.
Okay. How were the conventions that you two have attended? Pretty good. Usually, you know. They're always exhausting, but they're good.
This is the year of 1,000,000 conventions.
Somebody says it's never too late, I assume in relation to starting One Piece, and I think it categorically is entirely too late for me. How was Anime North? It was good. It was nice. We'd never been to Canada before. It was good.
Everybody was so nice. We ate poutine.
Yeah.
I wish we did more Canadian stuff. We were just tired. All right. I wrote that number on the back. There you go. Oops. Okay, I'm not smudging it or anything. Wonderful.
What's it like to voice at Tsundere?
Exhausting. I feel like all of our answers are like it's exhausting. Like we're old. But it does. There's a lot of emotions in there, and you know, you go into a session not thinking about it, and then you come home and you take a 4-hour nap.
Somebody says, I started and caught up to One Piece twice, and I think that you're either lying or I have a lot more to do than you day to day. Because that's too much time to spend on One Piece. I don't have it in me. Sanji or Charmy, who's the better cook? Sanji, obviously. Charmy is cheating. She knows recipes, but she's not doing the cooking. She has chefs. Are there any funny or interesting behind-the-scenes stories from your voice acting career? I hate this question because I know there should be, but it really... it's a lot more like just a job than people think. God, yeah, I don't have anything offhand.
What about the Quizzard King?
Oh, man, yeah, that was good. Micah, I don't even know if that was intentional or if Micah just misspoke, but Quizzard King left in there for me in place of Wizard King did reduce me to tears for a while. That was very funny.
I will say, I'm gonna be vague because we're not allowed to leave bombs anymore. But I was working on one Mobile Suit Gundam Witch from Mercury, and an actress left a very profane bomb that really caught me off guard. This one's for Winnie.
Hey Dallas, did you sign an Ostapop for Cody by any chance? I don't think I've signed one for Cody, but most of the ones that we have requests for don't have names on them, so that might be one of yours coming up. I'm not sure. Oh, you knew it. There were going to be some voyeur peeping toms in here. Somebody says, I see the Office box set in the background. Who's your favorite character from there? I'm not going to tell you, you sneak peek. This...
When I was setting up the camera, I was trying to, like, do it so that... But I was like, they're just going to see the movies that we have. We don't have anything like... well, do we have anything...
There's I don't know if it's in frame, but there is a copy of The Lion King 2, Simba's Pride on VHS, and that might raise some questions, but I don't think any of them are bad. Are there any roles you wish you did differently? Like, you turn in the work and you think, I shouldn't have done that like that.
I kind of want to go back and re-record the first episode of Gundam, because I feel like I know Soletta better now, and I could do a better job. Not that I did a bad job.
Y'all watched Suits? The only thing I know about Suits is that's what Meghan Markle was famous for before she married. I think so.
I didn't know that.
I think so. I could be entirely wrong about that. I know next to nothing about Suits, and if I'm wrong about that, I know actually nothing about Suits.
All right, this one's for Winnie.
They ask where are the dogs.
They're behind us.
They're right here, sleeping, having a great time.
All right, another. Oh my god. Another holographic Nino. For Ryan Ewan. Right.
I'm right about the Suits thing.
Oh, okay.
Just an important update.
Breaking news. Dallas is right about Suits.
If you got a chance to voice a character you haven't voiced in years, who would it be?
Noelle.
Make
Make another season.
Y'all got to stop looking so studiously at our apartment. Now they're talking about our vacuum cleaner. I'm gonna find...
I thought it was out of picture! No! I'm mad that you can see our vacuum. Okay, it's messy. We've done a lot of cons. We're trying to move into a bigger space. Our apartment's too small. That's why we're doing this. We need a bigger space. Our vacuum cleaner is like almost as old as me, though. There you go, Brian. This one just says, say something Charlie would say. Jason. Hey, you wanna be on the screen? Yeah.
Dallas, play any video games like the awesome world of Minecraft? I don't play Minecraft. I'm not creative enough. I'm not creative enough for the new Legend of Zelda. I've been just swinging swords at stuff. I'm not building anything interesting. I'm not messing with the mechanics of the world in any meaningful ways. I'm just swinging a sword at stuff like I did in the last one. I'm also playing Mega Man Legends right now, which is good.
This Funko Pop is for Aaron.
Anime recommendations? I don't have any. I'm sorry.
Watch Vinland Saga. It's one that I'm working on. It's one that, like, I feel like everybody's heard of Vinland Saga, but nobody has actually seen or read it or is even super familiar of what it's about. But it's very good, and it's also one of those anime, I feel like, if you wanted, you know, family or friends, if you wanted to get them into anime, that's a good one to kind of convert people.
Have any of y'all watched Ruby? I've not.
No.
It's one of those things that, like, I've heard the name a million times, but I couldn't tell you anything about that show.
Sorry.
Have you ever caught yourself accidentally talking in one of your character's voices while doing everyday activities? No. It is a mask I willingly put on with great effort.
Yeah. I mean, there is some sort of, like, overlap in that my little girl voice is close to the voice that I use for the dogs. Because we all give our pets voices, right? And voice their thoughts. At least I do. But that is about as close as it gets. Alright, a Hifumi. These ones are in the process of being phased out. You can really only get them here on Streamily. And when they're out, they're out. This one's for Alexander. A line on the back of encouragement to get through a rough time. Okay, Alexander.
Have you guys seen Chainsaw Man? I've actually not watched any of Chainsaw Man yet, but I am sure that you're right. Mike McFarlane does a great job directing everything he directs.
Yeah, I've seen a little bit of it. I've read a lot of the manga, actually. I'm really enjoying the, like, current stuff with Asa. She's a fun character. Alright. Let's do that quote.
Do you want to? Do you want to keep doing your stuff and I watch the chat?
I mean, do you want to take a break from the chat?
Yeah, I guess I could do that.
I could technically open up the chat on my screen. I just haven't. I've got a computer over here as well. Oh, that's trippy. To see me. Yeah, you totally can see the vacuum back there. And the exercise bike. See if the chats. For those. Oh, okay. Thank you for dropping the link. Have y'all ate at Lemadillion's in Arlington? The place is amazing. No, but
Yeah, we have. It's La Madeleine. The chain French restaurant. We've got one. There's one near us. There's a couple elsewhere. I have also been to the one in Arlington because I used to live there.
Okay.
And it's just like the others.
Well, I guess I haven't. I've gotten some desserts from there, but I don't know if I've ever properly eaten there. Let's see. New game is underrated. I need more of it. Will there be a video on demand for this stream by any chance? I don't know what that means.
Are we gonna leave it up?
I think it's up for like 2 weeks and then it goes away.
Yeah, unless we realize we said something that like broke
Yeah,
NDA.
That's happened once or twice where we said something and we were like,
Uh-oh.
And
That's an
stream
NDA
was
thing.
gone the next day. So that's why you should always watch live. Just in case. Just a thought, Fuuka is one of the shows for a musician for those enjoying Bocchi the Rock and K-On! Warning,
forgot to do the side.
contains explicit scenes. Yeah, it does. Those explicit scenes were added later. I say that because we simuldubbed it. And they were a surprise when we did pickups for the home video. I hope I can meet you guys and make sure to request everyone at different conventions in Virginia. Very cool. I hope you do. Hope we do meet each other. Try keeping it permanently. Hope you both will come to Australia for a con. We were invited to Australia, but we ended up not being able to do it. But probably sometime eventually.
I don't know. The place scares me so much.
Cool. Thanks for letting me know. I asked because I might have to leave due to work. Sorry. These things always take longer than we think that they will. Let's see. Here we've got an Asta and a Noel duo. This one's for David. I'm writing to David on the back, and that's not correct. 272.
Try keeping it permanently. No. I'm pretty sure you have to, like, be, like, a monetary partner with Twitch in order to enable your video on demands to be enabled permanently. At least that's the way it worked a couple of years ago. No. I'm not gonna get that big into Twitch.
Yeah, sorry, I'm not sure how all this Twitch stuff works. Alright, so this one, do you see Order 272 in the queue?
I'm sorry, I've been watching the chat.
I'm so sorry.
I can't do both.
I'll switch over to chat. Just the bottom of the quote and sleep more down here. I ran out of room. I'll hop over to chat. That's mine. Awesome. You guys may return. I'd love to return to Toronto in 2024. How'd the Titanic turn out?
I'm not finished yet.
Not quite finished. Jill, what was it like to voice Hifumi in New Game? It was really fun. She's very, very shy. And the director, Clifford Chapin, knew that, and it kind of felt like him casting me was roasting me a little bit. I was going to say, does that ever happen to you guys? But you guys aren't actors. But sometimes you'll get cast as a character, and the director's like, this character's so you, and it's like, is that maybe an insult? Just a little bit? Not really. I love Hifumi, but I was very, very shy when I first started at Crunchyroll, and so that's what that is about. How'd you come up with the voice of Charlie? It's pretty close to my natural voice. Alright, so Dallas, if you could take back over.
Hey. Stop that.
This one's for Carl.
That's the couch. There's nothing for you to dig up in there.
She wants to dig.
Yeah. Just lay down.
No. She looks so upset. She's very sleepy.
Are either of you Rangers fans by any chance? I mean, I've been to the most Rangers games as far as sports go, but I think that's just because they were the most accessible price-wise. I guess if I had to pick a baseball team, it would probably be the Rangers, but there's no circumstances where you would find me watching baseball, I don't think.
Yeah, I'm not a big sports person, sorry.
And that's the slowest one.
It's America's pastime.
We should have picked a better one.
This one's for John.
How careful do you need to be to voice act? I mean...
A lot of actors aren't careful, I will say.
I mean, like, you gotta be sure you're hydrated and stuff like that, but you don't have to be as careful as, say, like, somebody who works on power lines. Or a firefighter. So, probably not very in the grand scheme of things, as far as caution goes.
Some doodles of Charlie or something childish. I'm not gonna do doodles, I'm sorry.
I heard of the time Aaron Dismuke blew his voice out and had to stay home from a convention. Yeah. You can really overbook yourself, and it can be really difficult to tell when you've done that, because we don't know what all every series is going to do every season. So, like, I think Aaron found himself in a situation where a lot was demanded of him far too quickly.
Yeah. And as an actor, like, our income is not stable, and so sometimes, you know, when you're offered work, it's hard to turn it down because you don't know when you're gonna get work again.
Mm-hmm.
Right. This one has a little bit of language. Sorry, kiddos. Looks like there's an Asta one next to Jennifer. Would you want to do that one?
Yeah, okay.
Alright, 276. I'll hop on over. It's like being a fisherman. Can Asta and Noel give me words of encouragement to get through my summer of internship? Oh my gosh, wow, really far behind. I would do well at your summer internship. I don't know what you're doing, but I'm sure you'll do great.
I hope they're paying you.
Yeah, I hope they're paying you. Oh my goodness. Well, you were the one who got me into voice acting. Oh, I'm glad. Thank you. I was inspired by actors as well, and so it's full circle. Let's see. Any word on the Black Clover movie? I think it comes out June 16th, so pretty gosh darn soon.
Yep.
Particularly challenging emotional scene you've worked on. Anything in Higehiro. Have you seen the most recent episodes of Gundam? Those are pretty emotional.
My roles don't really get a lot of that. It's mostly just loud.
This one's for Tom Jackson.
What is your favorite color?
I'm gonna have to be basic and say, like, blue.
Okay. Yeah, I like a purple. I need another season of Black Clover. I can't help you with that. I hope they do too. What advice would you have for someone who hasn't seen Black Clover but plans to? Like it's a psychedelic drug they want to try? Just make sure you're in a comfortable environment with people you trust. No, but advice for Black Clover, it's a TV show. It's not going to hurt you. It'll be fine. If you like it, keep watching. If you don't, stop. I think that's pretty solid advice for any TV show.
Mm-hmm.
Have you seen Atlanta, Georgia? No, I have not. I don't think I've been.
It's on my to-watch list. It's that one with Donald Glover.
No, I thought that was just called Atlanta.
I think it's just called Atlanta, but I think that's what they're referring to.
Okay, I thought they were asking about the city.
Oh.
Like the city,
That's
Atlanta,
probably
Georgia.
what they're asking, actually. Have I been there? I used to live like 4 hours from there, but I don't think I've actually been.
You're drafting and they are paying. Good.
Oh. Drafting?
I think that's like architecture. Is that like blueprint mock-ups, stuff like that? Am I in the right ballpark?
This one's to Tommy. Tommy says, "Write something Charlie would say to a new guest at the Happy Hotel."
Do you have a favorite line from Charlie?
The pen line is great. I do like it. I cannot curse, but she opens the door for the radio demon and he wants to make a deal, and she just kind of very casually is like, "Okay, well, you're sketchy, but," and I did not do a great job, but she says, "You're sketchy AF," and I liked it.
Any recent Marvel movies that you two have watched? I have not seen a Marvel movie since the sequel to Thor. No, not even that. I skipped the second one. I haven't seen a Marvel movie since Thor Ragnarok.
Yeah, I haven't seen one in a while either. Sorry.
There's just too darn many, and they're so long now. They're all so long. I don't want to watch shapes and colors move around for 3 hours.
I don't get to the theaters.
Yeah.
Really anymore.
For Dallas, what's it like playing your character, Yuri in Spy Family? It's fun. I like him. He's a little weird beard, little creepazoid. He's my rotten soldier. I love him.
This one's for Brittany Alsop?
I'm glad it's not just me that's behind on Marvel movies. I always feel like I'm so outdated and like I'm missing out on something. That's because that's what the marketing wants you to think. They want you to think that every Marvel movie is an event, and if you miss it, you're missing out on the zeitgeist, and that simply isn't true. Has anybody ever said a word about Ant-Man outside of its, like, opening release? Probably nobody, except every other Marvel movie that references every other Marvel movie so that you watch all of them. It's infuriating, and I won't support it any longer. Did y'all see The Whale? I have not seen The Whale. I would like to see The Whale, but I'm worried The Whale would make me upset. I
mean, I know fat phobia is central to the plot.
But, like, did they do that okay? You
know?
know?
Like, I know he's portrayed sympathetically, but it doesn't help that there's all of the fat phobia. So that is, I was going to say, that's a pet peeve of mine, but more than a pet peeve, I'm not for the discrimination of people in larger bodies. All right, that one's for Brittany.
Do you keep up with the Black Clover manga? I do.
Dallas does. I see things occasionally, but I'm not, like, up on it in the way that Dallas is. What do that has up to? Personal note by you.
This one is for Jill Harris. When doing Charlie, how high does your voice goes when doing Charlie?
Probably as high as it can go, at times.
Okay.
She's very excitable.
Question: have either of you done dubbing for Sentai? I have not.
No, I'm trying. I sent some people my demo, and some of them were like, "I'll get back to you," and they didn't. So, hey, tweet it. No, well, I was going to be like, tweet at Sentai directors and be like, cast Jill Harris, but that would maybe not be cool, actually.
I'm sorry. I know that, like, it's situationally appropriate for me to be laughing at that, but somebody did just send in a question Dallas, what happens if Asta trains with Goku in the hyperbolic time chamber and Goku's transformed into Super Saiyan God mode? That fight is over in a second. That fight is over in a hyperbolic time chamber second. Not the outside world second, the time chamber second. The one that is several orders of magnitude shorter than the real world second. Because there's not a single chance that Asta stands up against Goku. Even I would say probably like Kaioken. Like, just Goku's first transformation lays Asta out in a second, no questions asked. All that boy has done is sit-ups. He's not an alien. And more importantly, Ki is not magic. He has anti-magic. Ki is a different thing. And since it's a different thing, all he has is a blunt sword. And that's just not going to do anything for him.
This one is for Scorn the Imp.
What if Mayaka and Satoshi meets Asta and Noelle in the Hyoka universe? I don't think Asta gets into that school. It was kind of a prestigious school, wasn't it?
This one's for Dylan Zakowicz.
Hey Jill, why is Noelle too stubborn to tell Asta she likes him? Didn't she only, just figure it out?
Yeah. And she just figured it out in the manga, which is much further ahead than the J.
How do you handle the aftermath of recording emotionally intense scenes?
It's gonna say, the honest answer is take a nap. I was gonna crack a joke, when I was working on Higehiro. I would just kind of laugh and be like, so Alex, who voices, oh my god,
The Higehiro.
The Higehiro man. I would just be like, I'm gonna make Alex cry! And so after an emotional scene, I'd be like, cry, Alex, cry. Which is probably not what most people do after an emotional scene. You okay?
Yeah, my legs are just both very asleep, and we still have 40 to go. Ooh. The tingling. That's the worst part.
Oh, shoot. I don't think I wrote a number on that.
You want to see me do something really dumb?
I'll do that.
Oh! Oh!
Why'd you do that?
Because I asked the question, I knew what I was doing. It was really dumb. Ooh. Ooh. Those pins and needles became steaks for a moment. What's your favorite dessert?
Cheesecake, maybe?
That's a good pick. Yeah, that's where I was gonna go with it. Question for Jill: how are you enjoying working on Hell's Paradise?
Very cool. Very intimidating. Mike McFarlane, the director, is very, very talented. And he's one of those directors that, like, he knows what he wants, and you're like not leaving the booth until it's, which I love about him, but it's can be intimidating for me, because I'm just like, I don't know, I'm like such a perfectionist, and I'm like, I want to do a good job for Mike.
Do you think Asta and Noelle are going to be endgame, or will it be Asta and Mimosa? The only reason I haven't read this question out loud yet is because I was kind of thinking, I was trying to remember who Mimosa was. So I'm pretty sure it's not gonna be her.
Oh boy. Wow. Whew.
Ooh, I don't actually know if I'm equipped to answer this. I don't know anything about Fairy Tail, do you?
Not really.
Okay, so the question, what if Noelle met Juvia from Fairy Tail? That doesn't mean anything to you?
Is Juvia... Is that Brina's character? Does she have the blue hair? Because I think she's also kind of an obsessive tsundere. Is that who I'm thinking of?
I don't know.
Chat. Chat, go!
Get in the comments! They say yes. That's who that is.
Oh, I'm so proud of myself. I don't know much about Juvia, but they would... they wouldn't fight because they're not fighting over the same man.
Yeah. They have no qualm with each other.
They might fight about whose man is better. Although Noelle would be like, Asta is stinky, actually.
Yeah.
But if Juvia was like, yeah, Noelle would be like, what'd you say?
Either of you watched the Mario movie? No, not yet. The movie's gotta come out on Blu-ray before we can watch him these days.
This one's for James. A little message from Charlie. Can do.
It makes us sound like we have children, but really we just don't like to go to the movie theater.
Yeah.
You guys met Todd Haberkorn, the voice of Natsu? No. Not met him.
I've seen him around. At cons. Never met him or anything, though.
Favorite movies?
Saw. No.
I was gonna say, did you even finish the first one with me when I tried to show it to you?
Okay. I do have a funny story. My mom, who's like a very Christian woman who basically only watches Lifetime movies, I did find out that she watched the Saw movie. She didn't know anything about it. She just saw that Carrie Ewells or Carrie Elwes, I don't know how his name is pronounced.
I think that second one was right.
Is in it, and she loves him. She did not like the movie.
Okay, yeah, I went and snoped this real quick.
This one is just
In the Saw movie, they find a cell phone, and they open the cell phone, and the cell phone has battery, which, like, yeah, awesome, and it's got service, too, which, like, yeah, awesome. And then the battery, the phone also has another thing, which is the date displayed on its screen, which is September 10th, 2001. And the movie Saw takes place the day before 9/11. And I learned that information from a tweet from J. Christopher Arison at Murder Wizard that has just images of them looking at that phone screen, and the caption, "Feel bad for the guys in Saw, because tomorrow's gonna be a bummer too." And that's just a really good little observation that someone made.
I love those, like, eagle-eye viewers, you know?
Did y'all see The Black Phone? No, I don't think I've heard of that.
Ryan.
You seen the 2003 Texas Chainsaw Massacre? I've not seen the remake, no. What is your favorite character you've voiced?
That's like asking which child is your favorite. Which we all know parents have them, but you're not supposed to say them, so I'm not gonna.
I have not had. I don't think the one I just did one recently that I had a really good time with that hasn't been announced yet. But that'll be fun.
To Ryan. I don't know if I shook this one off. Blue or light blue marker, please. Oh. Okay. Gotta open a new box. Funko Pops. Okay. This one has no name. Just another, oh gosh. I'm gonna not stack my Funko Pop right in front of the camera. And just a reminder, if you guys are seeing some stuff and you're like, that stuff's cool, I want it, you can still place an order. This one's to Lawrence Martin. We're kind of nearing the end here. We've skipped a few that we're gonna kind of do last.
Did you enjoy A Certain Magical Index Season 3? I have not seen it.
I liked your character.
Am I in that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Or I don't know if it's that season, but you were like kind of a nerd guy.
Oh,
and didn't he like get drowned in a bubble of water?
Yeah,
or
but then he was alive later anyway, and he had like gained a lot of weight. I don't know. I don't even think that was like. I think it was just a character redesign. Nobody comments on it. He is suddenly
that's
chubby.
Funny because my character also comes back, and she looks different, but that's a thing that she can do.
Have y'all been to Disney or Universal?
My family used to, I mean, I guess they still do, they just go without me. My family goes to Universal every few years, and I went to Disney when I was a kid, but we were not a Disney family because the lines were long, and they're shorter at Universal Studios.
How long have you been growing your hair for, Dallas? Since the pandemic started. I got a trim like a year ago, but that's about it. What's your favorite anime villain?
Yuri Breyer.
I don't think I have one. It feels like I should have one, but I don't have one.
Any cool... What about... I was so close to the end and then I messed up. What about Cell from Dragon Ball Z?
Oh yeah, he's pretty cool. You gotta love it when a creature is designed specifically to kill Goku. Hope you come to Atlanta, Georgia soon. I hope I come to Atlanta, Georgia a little later than soon, because it's about to be, like, really hot and humid there. And I would like to wait until that's not so much the tone. You love Android 17 and Android 18 in Dragon Ball Z 2. You don't get to tell me that. You're right, but you don't get to just tell me that. That's a question you ask, not a demand. You don't tell me who to like.
Alright. We have...
Oh my god.
What?
Someone in chat, I think it's Bryson Bogus, just says chihuahuas very loudly, and then 3 chihuahua emojis.
Oh my gosh.
Twitch account named Bogus Bryson, either an impersonator, either an impersonator or someone we're happy stopped by.
Thank you, Bryson. Maybe, if you are.
Do you ever go and watch other actors do their lines for a show that you're also working on? I don't think I can imagine anything that would make me more upset. If someone someone from the show I'm working on that also is in the show is just like, hey, I just thought I'd come in and see what I'd be working off of later. How you doing in there? Like, hey, bud, no. We do this solitary.
Sometimes an actor comes in for their session, like if you're running over, and they'll stay for like the last few cues. And
yeah.
I do want to die.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Bryson says they were updating the Streamily and saw that we were live. Hope
God.
You're having a great day. Yes, so far so good.
Thank you for stopping by. Yeah, it's a good day. Better now that you're here.
Jill, when you do emotional scenes, do you actually cry?
So, okay, that's the messed up thing, is I can't cry. I can fake cry, but I can't make the actual tears come down. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Let's see.
This one is for Ricardo. He wants you to write, I guess I really like you, Noelle.
Okay. Bryson says, goodbye, Bryson. Thank you for stopping by and saying hello. Any good books y'all have read recently?
The funny thing is, I don't read good books. I like to read bad books. Bad as in, like, poorly written. So I would feel bad recommending one, because I'd also kind of be ripping on an author. But I like to read, like, really bad romance novels. Like, I like to go to used bookstores, the kind that you can pick up for, like, a quarter or whatever. The weirder, the better. I read one about, it was a romance novel, it was a shifter romance about a woman who was a firefighter who could transform into a dragon, and she fell in love with another firefighter who could transform into a phoenix, but neither of them knew the other were shifters. Also, it all took place in Boston, and the author was very adamant about, like, they both have really thick Boston accents. And when you read, you better imagine it. And I was like, okay. Something Charlie would if I'm supporting her Redemption Hotel idea. Alright, so Charlie.
When you recorded Hazbin Hotel, did you record separately or did you do it with the cast?
We recorded separately. I recorded in my closet. All by myself.
Favorite romance anime?
Sing Yesterday for me. Let's
That's what
go
I
with
was
that
gonna
one.
say.
Yeah, that's one that we're both in. That I don't think very many people have watched, but it's very good.
That's a good one, yeah. Interested in being in Genshin or Star Rail?
Yes.
I can't think of anyone in our industry who's not.
Cast me. I'm trying. I'm trying to get an agent out in LA. And I also do follow the directors who for Genshin and Honkai Star Rail on Twitter. And I don't say anything because I don't want to be like that actor,
Yeah.
but I just follow them and I'm like, maybe they'll see me and notice me, senpai.
Somebody is asking for you to say hi, Mackenzie, in Charlie's voice. They've said it a couple times.
I forget. I mean, it's pretty close to my natural voice. Hi, Mackenzie. Welcome to the Happy Hotel. You are going to love it here.
Done.
Bam. This one's for Joshua.
I hope I didn't just break some sort of annoying seal. I don't want chat to become flooded with that. That's not what this stream is. Have you ever had the opportunity to watch an anime series or film before voicing a character? How does that impact your performance? Not so much these days.
I try to, if it's out, is that, no, here's the gold. I try to, if that's out, with simuldubs, really difficult to do, because we're usually recording them as they come out.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I try to do research when I can. This one's to Joshua. And there we go.
How fast-paced is voicing simuldubs? I feel like y'all have no time at all. It's like a 6-day turnaround.
Yeah, it's literally I can record an episode of anime and then it's up on the website mixed and everything like a couple of days later. We work at a very fast pace.
Yeah. Have you met Bryce Papenbrook? I have not.
I thought they were gonna say Bryson. I was like, instant. No, I've not met Bryce. This one's for Michael. Stallings.
Do you have a favorite pop of your characters you voice? There's only the one.
Yeah.
We each only have the one. So yes, but we can't pick. It's been assigned. We each have a favorite, and it's the one that we have access to. Oh, that's not true. I've got a Juzo.
That's right.
I do like the Juzo better. I think the colors on the box pop more.
All right. So this person, they want your favorite Asta quote, and then also on the back, they want you to sign in pencil.
Okay.
There you go. Let's see, we've got a Yuzuriha. This is one of my new prints. This one's for Drew. I'm really enjoying your performance as Yuzuriha. You sound really great as her. Thank you for amazing work. Please write, who knows, I might betray you. Ooh, that's a good one. Who knows? I might betray you.
Says here, not in pencil, please.
Well, okay, so we signed on the front, and then we signed in the back on pencil. So that's... On the back, it's going to be in pencil.
If we signed it on the back with a Sharpie, it might show through to the other side.
I'm worried. I don't know. Also, the other side, it's like slippery in a way that I worry it might get scuffed.
Mm-hmm. Have you watched any anime on Toonami? We don't have cable. We don't have Toonami. Will says, love the Ninja Girl. I assume that's this one.
I assume that's Yuzuriha. Very nice. Let's see. This one's 302.
I have the entire Black Clover Funko Pop collection. Do you guys collect any Funko Pops? No, because we got 2 boxes each of these ones.
And
that's all the room we have in our lives.
Room.
That's all the room we have in our lives for these.
Oh, okay. This is also Dylan with a holographic. So I hope that was a purposeful purchase and you didn't accidentally purchase this twice.
We've received confirmation that the pencil on the back is okay, but they did want Noelle, a favorite quote from Noelle as well, which you may have to...
I wrote the quote that y'all wanted. Here's what I'll do. I wrote the quote that you wanted, and it was quite long, but I have a short quote that I can write down here.
Any thoughts on VTubers? I think that's fun. I think that's a really... That's like a fun way for people that don't want to get on camera to still do what is essentially on camera streaming. I think that's fun.
There you go.
I don't have a problem with the concept, but I also don't know anything about the world, so if there's, problems in the VTuber community that I should be aware of, I'm not aware of them. So for now, I just think it's fun and nice, and I'm happy for them.
Dylan, there's your... Okay, I'm like, I didn't smudge it or anything. There's your second Yuzuriha. This one's holographic, which is heckin' cool. This one's for Annan. We're almost done. We're almost done. Annan, it's Wednesday. Explain the time. Yuzuriha. Draw Chibi Yuzuriha. Don't know if I can do that.
They always ask us to draw stuff like that's what we do. like that's what we got the job doing. Bryson says they've not Bryson Bog, it's a different one. Bryson says they gotta go. I have to go now, but before I leave, can Charlie tell me goodbye?
Goodbye, Bryson.
Yeah. Hey, that's my print. My name is Anin. My name is pronounced like A Nintendo minus the Tendo.
Oh.
Maybe it's Anin. Anin or Anin. I don't know. That. Uh-oh.
A Nintendo. Anin.
Anin. Okay.
Thank you for teaching me how to say your name.
How did you land the role of Asta Noel? They needed a guy to yell loud in the trailer, and they had to turn that trailer around in 48 hours, and I was the loudest person Chris George knew. Have you met Emmy Lowe? Love her unhinged personality in Gundam G-Witch. I have met Emmy Lowe. The last time I spoke with Emmy Lowe, she stole something from me and then looked me dead in the eye and told me she didn't. Emmy Lowe rules. It's just so, like, I could never, but it was just as simple as going back to the place where I got the item and getting a new one. It was just a funny joke, but it was just, I'd never have the confidence to do that. We don't, like, hang out. It's, like, one of so few interactions I've had with this person, and it went like that, and it just really, like, I'll remember it forever.
There's my little chibi. You see?
Oh, that's not bad.
Yeah. Okay. William Brennan. Oh, I gotta stretch my leg out. My leg's also falling asleep. I always thought VA work was easy. However, I didn't realize how much dedication it takes to start a career. How do you do it? First, move to Texas if you want to work at Crunchyroll. Second, be good at acting. Maybe be good at acting before you move.
Yeah, works for some people. You watched Mob Psycho. I've seen the first season.
Yes, I've seen a little bit of it, but yeah.
I've seen the first 2 seasons. I've not seen the third yet. But that show is awesome.
Yeah.
Since anime has a dedicated and passionate fan base with a few rotten fandoms, how does fan feedback and interaction affect your work as a voice actor or actress?
I mean, sometimes it hurts my feelings. I try not to seek it out. And people honestly don't tweet mean things directly at me very often. so that's good. But yeah, it's also, you kind of have to take it with a grain of salt, because, like, I mean, if I were to go up to someone and be like, that house you built looks bad. At the end of the day, I don't know anything about building houses.
But everybody thinks they know a little something about acting.
This one's for Daryl. Hey Jill, it's Daryl again. May I please have the quote, Gabi Maru, you're a man. If you can't do it, we're screwed. Now get moving. That was fun. I was very anxious to record that song. And one thing that I do when I'm anxious is I jump around. And so I remember, like, telling Mike, like, I'm anxious. I need to jump around. And he was like, what? And he's like, if you need to jump around, you just make sure you're not making noise and you're keeping your head in front of the microphone. And I was like, no, I need to just jump. And he's like, take your headphones off? And I was like, yeah. And I did, and I went and I jumped in the corner for a little bit, and then I went and recorded the song.
Dallas, does voicing honestly ever hurt your voice every time? What's your favorite Mike McFarlane roles and Johnny Young Bosch roles they play in?
All of them.
Mike, it was like one of my first animes. Mike is a killer Roshi. Like, that's so good. It's so funny. I love that old man voice. And then
I like Johnny in Eureka 7. That's kind of like the absolute highest I've ever heard him.
Is it not Eureka 7? Have I been just... Is that one of those... I've seen it written down?
Yeah. So, I think... So the girl's name is Eureka, and I think it's... They were going with the Japanese pronunciation.
Oops.
It came out Eureka.
Wow. I've never heard it said out loud. I've only ever seen it referenced.
Yeah,
in
I
writing.
thought the same thing, and then I watched the anime. Because I read the manga, I think, first, which is weird, because the manga came out after the anime. This one's to Harry. It's my new pudding print. Yeah.
What are your thoughts on gacha?
Like gacha games?
Yeah, I think so.
I love them. I am also really good at denying myself. So I do love to just like save up gems and then blow them all. I know some people can kind of get into trouble.
I've tried, but I have to go to the bathroom. I'm so sorry.
Okay, yeah.
Oh, God.
Yeah. Oh, I've made a
That's
mess
all
over
I needed
here.
to do. Thank you.
Yeah, cool. All right, so I might be a little slow on the chat because I am signing. Where did the good shirt be? Here's the good shirt be. That shirt maybe needs to be thrown away. This one's to Lucas Keener. It's got a curse word in it, so I'm not going to say it out loud. Boy, it sure is quiet when you're doing this to yourself. This one's for Lucas. There you go. I will pop over to the chat real quick. If you want to get a print signed, you got to order within the next few minutes, really. Oh, goodness. Refresh. Oh, well, I refreshed the chat room, so everything that was there is gone. Sorry. Let me look at the screen. You guys enjoy watching Johnny Young Bosch. Ishigo. I've seen Bleach. I haven't seen much of Trigun. I think there was a Trigun movie that came out a bit ago. This one's for Joshua, and I saw that, but yeah. But I watched Bleach when it came out and aired on Adult Swim. So the awkward thing is Dallas is in the bathroom, but what's left is mostly their prints. So I'm gonna have to entertain until they come out. I think I've still got a few prints left, so it'll be fine. Alright, that's for Joshua. Okay. Then where did my holographic Ninos go? Okay. I'm gonna have to get up. Thanks for signing the Noel. It was Justin, by the way. Did y'all enjoy My Hero Academia? The bits of it that I've seen, yeah. William here. I know most actors go to Crunchyroll. What about indie projects? I've worked on some indie projects. I don't do as many anymore, just because I mostly don't have time. But I still work with some indie studios. One that I like a lot is named Studio Coattails. They create sapphic visual novels that I really like. Let's see, this is for Alexander. Nice tsundere quote from Nino. Once I'm done with this, it's basically like the big ones and some Asta Funko Pops.
I see a lot of these.
Yeah, that's because I need to go grab those, and I'm going to do that while you're signing.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because I grabbed the wrong ones. I need the double-sided ones.
Oh.
My monkey, tired. Yeah.
Stop.
Stop. Nice tsundere quote.
What's the matter, Rusty Pumpkin? You sleepy?
She's so sleepy.
This is the sleepiest dog in the world. Hi, baby.
Tsundere quote.
You guys enjoy watching Johnny Young Bosch's other roles as Ichiko from Bleach and Stampede from Trigun? I haven't seen either of those dubbed. So, I mean, probably, but I wouldn't know.
Right. 310 is holographic. Yes. Nino. It's the lighting has changed, so it's getting harder to tell. Okay. Holographic Yuzuriha just came in under the wire. I'm going to grab a few things while Dallas signs. I need to grab a few things. Oof.
All right. I know this quote looks short when you guys type it out, but this is a bear. Let's see. Alright. There's the quote. It is such a long one that it necessitates the signature going on the side, so I'm going to do that now.
Okay. Where did I do this? Yes. Holographic Nino Yuzuriha for Eric. Get tired.
Alright, there's the quote. As you live, you lose reasons and hope, but as you keep going, you pick up new reasons and hope. And there's the signature. That was number 281. Okay. White color for quote, red for signature. On this next one. There's this one for you. That was 288.
Alright. This one is for Eric. Nice holographic Yuzuriha. Very pretty. Alright. Like I said a little bit ago, we are wrapping up the stream, so if you haven't placed your orders yet, do that like right now. Alright, so I went to get these Ninos because I'm selling the double-sided ones, and I had ones that were not double-sided. That was not good. Alright, this one... It doesn't have a name on it or anything, so...
Have you encountered any unusual or unexpected requests or directions when voicing anime characters? How do you handle them?
Sometimes I get, like, musical ones, which, isn't weird, but I'm just not like a musically trained person, and a lot of the actors at Crunchyroll are, and so I'm just like, I don't know what that means. Sorry. Tyler Walker, I feel like, used to give some strange ones, but just very much like, you're giving me blue and I need green.
Yeah, his direction is very artistic.
This one's for Tyler. Write one of your favorite Nino quotes. Can do, Tyler. This is how tired I am. I wrote, I sad I love you. Which Nino is, I think. Most tsunderes are, I sad I love you. But that's not the quote that I want. Awesome. There you go. This one's for Sergio. Thank you. This one is for Alex.
The video will be automatically deleted when Twitch does their auto deletion of archived streams. But it'll be up until they do that.
Mm-hmm. I know that y'all can like save clips and stuff.
The no thing I get, but like there's no reason to waste server space on a signing stream from a year ago. Like,
yeah, it'll be up for 2 weeks, so I know some people have to work and things like that. So you'll have plenty of time to watch if you couldn't make it. This one's to Brandon. You can make the message, you're my number one, I love you, from Nino. That would be awesome. Can do, Brandon. What?
I understand. Thank you for your understanding. Don't want to jump through there. Keep it forever hoops. Jamie, Noel, and Austin. Prince too. Yes. Yeah, we got you, Daryl. You just ordered. You ordered one of the big ones, and we're saving those till the end because we've got a bunch of stuff on the table.
Yeah, sorry. Alright. There you go. This one's for Cole. Please write welcome to the Happy Hotel. Cole can do.
Yeah, no, I get it. You're good. You're good. Not glitched. We got your order. We will get to it.
Alright. So let me go ahead and refresh. I think all that's left are the big ones.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, yeah. So let's move some of this stuff. Can I? Oh, yeah, it's under. Guess I'll go first. Whew. This one's for Daryl. Hi Jill, hope you and Dallas are doing well. If it isn't too much trouble, may I please have the quote written in the following screenshot? Oh goodness. Haha. Ooh. How can I copy this?
Nope.
No?
I've been trying to for a while.
Well, I guess I'll save yours for last. So then this one is for Aaron. It says feel free to personalize it.
Oh gosh!
Wowie.
Oh boy. I just opened up one of these quotes. They're doozies.
Mm-hmm. I'm not sure how we're gonna show these off. This is quite large. There you go. Thank you for the follow, White Wolf. Oh. These are supposed to be holographics. This is actually not. This is trash. It was a nice practice. For realsies this time, Aaron. For real this time. There you go. Shiny, shiny. Alright. This one's to Mark.
Somebody asked how big are these? These are 11 by 17.
Yes, quite large. There's no special instructions, so. There you go. Again, can't really see your face. All right. Did you get the one? Did you get the big quote figured out?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, it's two different screenshots.
Yeah.
Okay.
I have yours up, but I need to finish mine first.
Yeah, no worries. Oh my goodness. Look at her. Well, she opened her eyes. Sleepy. Sleepy baby. I started this stream at 5, which is the time that I'm supposed to take my medication. So I need to take my medication, like, as soon as we're done. Let me hop over to the chat. Texas is, like, less expensive than other... Dallas is less expensive than other big cities, but still expensive. When you more Twitch streams? Basically whenever we have a Streamily. Mostly when we do these. Before I go, can I ask a question for both of you? That anime series Black Clover is good, or maybe I think, because I was thinking about watching it, but it's been a long time since I haven't seen it. What can you suggest both of yous? I suggest watching Black Clover. I might be a little bit biased, but I think it's good. Your fingers are probably hurting you. Not really. Mostly, like, my butt and my legs are asleep. They don't hurt, no, not at all. Thank you for bringing both Asta and Noelle to life. Black Clover is my... Oh, where did it go? Oh, goodness. Black Clover is my comfort anime, and it means so much to me. I'm also getting Asta's grimoire with a sword coming out of it tattooed on my arm. Whoa! When you get that, please send me a picture. That sounds awesome. Appreciate both your work. Have a wonderful Pride. Happy Pride to you, too.
Oh my god. Okay, it woke back up. Good.
Thanks a bunch for y'all's patience with the quote. I appreciate it a lot. No worries. Nice doozy. I guess I'll go ahead and write the number on the back. These big ones we mostly only take to local cons because they're really big and hard to fit in our suitcase.
Here you go, Daryl.
So you can mostly only get these ones if you attend a local con or if you order here on Streamily. So they're special. All right. Where's that quote from me?
It's the italics.
Okay. Okay, chill with you guys during a great holiday season. If it's please to use it. Okay, so this one. Oh boy. That's a lot.
Got it though.
Alright. When you hold it like this, it's like there's nothing on it. Trust me, it's quite a bit on there. Alright, and then, unless you've already done it, I think you've just got one left for Mark.
Okay.
That one at the bottom, do you see that?
Oh yeah.
Otherwise, I think you're done. Ooh, wow, yeah, no, that looks so cool with the gold. I am really excited. These look awesome. Right, I'm gonna refresh, but it looks like we've just got the one left, and we're closing the shop immediately after.
This one, no instructions, so I just get to...
I love this Asta print.
It's a good
Say
one.
it like every time.
I like the way it sounds like a zipper when I take a Sharpie to it in big strokes.
But yeah, Asta actually looks like a child there, which I really like, because we often forget that he's a kid, because he is built like a truck. A Mack truck.
There you go.
Yeah, alright. Did you write the number on the back?
Just about to.
286.
Yeah.
Mark that as complete. Let me refresh. Anybody?
We did it.
Whew. Yeah, we do need to rest. I told Dallas was like, how long is this gonna take? And I was like, probably like an hour.
It's not. It was an hour. It wasn't an hour.
It's 2.5 hours.
It wasn't an hour. It was 2.5 hours.
So let me go straight to my shop and status closed. Thank you guys.
Thanks everybody.
Yeah, we are gonna pack up and go to sleep.
Taking it down.
What's that last comment? I wish I could buy an autograph from you guys. I don't have any money. Maybe next time. Yeah, check us out on our socials. I always update. I'm Jill Harris VO on Twitter. Everywhere else, I'm just Jill's Voice. Fort Worth Read.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I can't remember anything, so just follow me on social media and I'll tweet about cons and new signings and all that stuff. So, thank you guys so much. We are gonna shut it down now. Let me check. Ordered a last second Yuri print? You sure did,
You
Daryl.
sure did.
Let me grab that. I was surprised we didn't sell any Yuris. Here you go.
Thanks.
Ugh. I didn't think we'd get any takers. I was like, last minute. I'll start packing up. Good night. Stay safe. Can't wait to see the Black Clover movie June 16th or 18th. I can't remember. On Netflix. Have a wonderful evening. Ooh, that looks really good. Yeah.